In my last video, I demonstrated how to make icicles and put them onto the eaves of buildings to simulate what you would see in the northern latitudes of the United States, Canada, and around the world. In this video, I'm going to be putting snow on the roofs to complete that winter look to the buildings that I started working on last time around. Since the last video, I've added a few more icicles, got them in place, and today I'm going to start the process of adding snow. This is going to have to be a multi-day event because I have to put on snow using two different materials, and that's going to take some time in order to allow things to dry between the two different applications. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to be using is Flex Paste from Woodland Scenics. Flex Paste does a really good job of simulating a snowbank or a snowdrift or snow piled along the ridges and edges of roofs. And that's where I'm going to start with this bottle of Flex Paste today. Part of the roof of the house has this little drop between the roof that covers the porch and the roof that covers the main part of the house. That's a great place to put a little bit of snow using Flex Paste. Watch and I'll show you how I do that. You'll notice that that doesn't look perfectly even. And the reason for that is because nature doesn't deal in perfectly even things. Nature is a little bit random, and swirling winds, sliding snow, all kinds of things affect the way things look in the end. And by making it not perfectly even, it looks more natural than it would if we tried to achieve some kind of a perfection in this application. You might think this is a good thing, or you might think it's a bad thing. But one thing I know for sure, the work on a model railroad layout never has to end. You can keep going on, building and improving. I've started putting icicles and snow on the roofs of my buildings. I've got a lot more work to do along those lines, but right now I want to take some time to do an operating session. I'm going to be running 3 trains. The LionChief Plus 2.0 passenger train that's pulled by the Polar Express locomotive, and the LionChief Plus 2.0 Père Marquette locomotive pulling the Polar Express freight train. I'm also going to be running the LionChief work train, that is LionChief Plus 2.0 ELF work train, and we're going to be running that using its own remote control so that we can run all 3 trains at the same time without having too many problems with getting them going and keeping them running. So let's get started right now. On the upper level is the ELF work train, and we're going to start that off and give that a chance to show what it can do. Those little short cars are just right for an ELF train, aren't they? The switch automatically flipped when that train approached it. I had to switch the other direction when it was coming off the bridge, but now that it's on its way, circling the upper level, it automatically switches when the locomotive approaches. That's a pretty weak whistle on there, isn't it? Bell sounds good though. One of the accessories that I find a lot of fun is the ELF tug of war. And there they are, pulling back and forth on the rope. There's a little smoke coming out of there, but I think I need to add a bit more smoke fluid to the ELF work train. Let me pause and do that. Let's see if we can get it smoking some more as it comes along. Yeah, there's a little smoke coming out. You can see it starting to puff out as it goes by. Good bell, weak whistle. Another unit on the layout is the Polar Express Trolley. Now, one of the things about the trolley that I've learned is that you have to clean the tracks and you have to clean the trolley wheels very often in order to make sure that it makes contact. I'm going to have to probably do a little bit of work on it right now in order to get it running again. The trolley seems to be stuck behind the station and may take off by itself in a minute or two, or I may have to go start it again. But it is very, very finicky. The tracks have to be kept really clean. The wheels of the trolley have to be kept clean. As it hits the bumper on each end of the track, it reverses. You may be able to hear the announcements that the trolley makes as it goes along. One of the cool things about this accessory is that the announcements are recorded by the owner. You get to record your own announcements, which is, I think, pretty cool because you can customize them any way you want. It is very finicky though. You need to make sure the track is completely clean, completely level, and the wheels have to be completely level too.
The trolley is departing from the station. Please step away from the door.
It goes, when it reverses direction, the headlight turns on the opposite end, and away it goes. So let's get back and let the Polar Express trains run again. I've got one overhead light still on that I need to have on just so I can see where I am and see where I'm moving around. But with the other lights off, the trains light up nicely. You can see the lights in the layout. We've got a whole bunch of lights, street lights, lights on the bridge, the buildings are lit, and those are all, I mean, really attractive. They add quite a bit to the layout. I think it's time that we let the passenger train take a break, and we'll see if we can connect the Polar Express freight train. Whistles have gets connected, and away we go. Here we go. Now I've got the Polar Express train running, the Polar Express freight train running, and this is the outboard train. It goes through the tunnel and out by the North Pole, which is where the Christmas tree is, of course, and goes behind the farm, behind the polling tower, the water tower, behind the depot, one platform, and over in that vicinity there is another accessory, which is the milk unloading platform. It's actually a hot chocolate unloading platform, and that looks pretty cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's operating session. It's always fun to run the trains and see them going around the track and through the various accessories, see everything lit up nice in the dark, and see it look very Christmassy. We'll continue to work on this layout. I don't expect I'll ever finish it, but we'll keep on working, and we'll share with you what we do as we do it. Please feel free to drop a comment below. Let me know what you think, anything else you'd like to see. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. We'll have lots more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.